What's up, guys? Welcome to Free For All, your source for all things geek. I'm your host, Evan Swafford. With me, as always, Chuck Nally.
Hello.
Josh Barnett.
Meep meep.
Trey Elliott.
Yo.
All right.
Can that be your new thing now?
Oh, I'm sticking with it.
I'm just glad you don't have any more liquid for victories. Oh, no. You got to energy. Oh, no.
Oh, the Starbucks energy drink. Stop doing
The
that
best
shit.
victories.
God. Does that taste like
No one
hipster?
wants to hear
It's
that.
awful. I hate these things. I just need to stay awake.
Get coffee.
There wasn't any, and our coffee sucks at work anyway.
You don't like coffee.
I do like coffee, but that's garbage.
You don't like coffee. You like
do.
creamer with a hint of
No,
coffee.
you like paying $5 for Starbucks
$3,
energy
you
drink.
dick.
$3 dick. That could be the poll.
about $3.50.
Tree fitty.
Shut up, Josh. News.
What the fuck, man?
Sans-
From all angles this week?
Sans Huey Lewis.
I
this
hope
week,
he's
sadly.
dead.
Whoa.
There's a line,
There is a
motherfucker.
fucking line.
Bring it.
Get out.
You just crossed the news line.
I don't care. I'm tired of getting
What?
picked on this fucking week, man. Jesus.
I knocked something over.
You
That was
did.
Ralphie.
Hope it was a Huey Lewis pop.
Oh, man. Do they have Huey Lewis Pops? I'm on it.
Did they slowly lose hearing?
Damn it. I hate you.
That's a legit question. I don't know how they go for realism.
Shit.
And if so, do they also get cheaper?
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, man.
I want the word deaf to like slowly appear on the box over the years.
God, Huey Lewis will be on this podcast one day. Mark my words. Renewed cancels. Renewal, kind of a new show, kind of a renewal. The Connors has been officially greenlit, as we kind of thought
It
was going
has
to
10
come.
episode season, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
That was inevitable.
It's going to do really well to start with, and then it'll go away.
Oh, it'll have
I
a
can see
booming first episode and then drop off.
Oh, there's a
at
Huey
least
Lewis
50%.
pop, isn't there?
There's not, but
What is that?
American Psycho.
Oh my
they
God.
said looks like Huey Lewis. Which
Does it? does.
Very
No, that
close.
does look like Huey Lewis.
You better not talk about his hearing, motherfucker.
Oh, God, he will murder you to the studio.
It's Phil Collins.
I know, but that's
It's
what
in the
plays
movie.
in the movie.
Okay, that's fair.
That's
But then-
Sledgehammer.
Oh yeah, I've never seen the movie.
You never seen it?
It's
It's fucked up.
overrated, but it's good.
Yeah, I do agree. It is a little bit overrated.
Wait, isn't Bumpyhead in that movie? Isn't Bumphead in that movie? Reese Witherspoon didn't show in
I
that
knew
movie?
you don't have to quantify who Bumpy is.
We know who
We all
Bumpy
know.
head is, Chuck.
Does she though?
Also renewed. Yet she knows. You know when that not self-aware.
Not KNOT.
Also renewed The Terror for season 2
Oh,
on
that's
AMC.
good.
It
I
is.
heard good things about that show. Still haven't seen it.
From what I've seen, it's very good.
Oh, you didn't finish it?
No, I haven't
Oh,
had a
okay.
chance to yet. It's
Did you?
It's an anthology series. The next
What?
series will take place during the World War II-ish time.
Oh, interesting. That's a big
How
jump
do I not
forward,
know
isn't
this
it?
show at
It's
all?
not related at all. It's totally anthology. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So,
like a
but yeah, it's way
AMC,
like they were
like,
discovering
horror
like
series.
the Northern
why I didn't
Pass.
watch
I
it.
don't know what it's called.
AMC.
A ship route through
Fuck
there.
it,
In that
Gotcha.
one. It was
Yeah, I don't
slow
think
but
that-
very
pretty
good.
sure.
That's what I heard.
I need
good
to watch
actors.
Into the Badlands
It
again.
was. It was. Into the Badlands is not good. I tried to watch some of season 3, and
First season was great.
I'm just out. It has slowly gone down. And Timeless has been canceled again.
Finally.
And they also failed in all attempts to get a second studio or a second network to pick them up.
But NBC is talking about a made-for-TV movie to finish the story. And I was like, is
Why?
it that popular?
Apparently,
That
If
realize
it is, they would have renewed it.
this makes me so angry about Constantine. NBC, you bitches. I hate you.
Constantine is the
so
best thing
much.
NBC has made in a long time.
I'm watching back through it with my son Trey, and it's a good.
It's
fucking
so
show,
it
man.
is very good.
It is very good.
I like
That
how they
rhyme is
advertised it in
the
that trailer
best.
for DC Universe. I'm hoping maybe something in the future can come from that.
Well, we're thinking about like finishing the run of the show and then do it because there's that cartoon
The cartoon
series
for it, yeah.
I also
Pretty
hope
excited
that, yeah,
about.
births. I mean, I'll take a CW
Because
reboot
Justice
as
League
well,
Dark
but-
last year was badass. Did you see that? Yeah?
We'll be talking about some DC stuff later.
Cool.
It's official. Disney has acquired Fox for $71.4 billion. Comcast tried their best, and then Disney said no.
Fuck you, bro. They pulled out the giant fucking checkbook.
And it actually cleared the first antitrust suit in the Supreme Court, like within a week and a half. So
yeah, well, they had to drop the
Sports
regional
Network, which they were going
networks.
to, like they knew that was coming. That was like all of that was like part of the plan, and so they had to. And they don't have to drop them; they get to sell them off.
Oh, that's
they have
cool.
a certain amount of time to like they get the
wow.
rights and then sell them off.
Okay.
They just can't like
Well,
they have to
recoup some money at least.
Yeah, and also, I mean, they don't care about
No.
that. That was just like, okay, well, that's taking on the bad contract in the NBA as part of a trade. Just yeah, we'll take him off your books.
Yeah,
you know.
The old JaVale McGee.
No, they paid him. They actually
I know,
paid him money.
I'm never gonna let it go. That man is garbage. He is human garbage.
He can dunk and block shots.
Can he?
Yeah, he got denied one time, and it was really funny. And he missed the rim completely one time. It was really funny.
Didn't his mom ask them to stop making fun of him on Shaq?
She got
and the Fool?
after Shaq on Twitter, and it caused a big stir up. They got into a big Twitter beef, and then TNT made Shaq stop using JaVale McGee on Shaq and a Fool.
He's pretty garbage.
I mean, for that, yeah.
I have no opinions.
Shaq and a Fool's really funny, though.
That's cool.
It's
Really
real
enjoy
funny.
Yeah, so good on you, Disney. Again, I got to watch a lot of friends that think they are entertainment lawyers. It was really fun. Long conversation about Rob about this is not the end of the world.
But it is, though. All creativity is dead.
Yeah, he was talking about the little guys. I was like, there's never been a better time for little studios to make movies. I was like, literally anyone can make movies that like go wide now.
Some of the best movies are independent movies.
A24 and Neon have both sprung up out of nowhere in the past 10 years. I mean, the guy that did Florida Project made a movie on an iPhone a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and he's now like definitely a sought-after guy in Hollywood.
There's never been a time where more people are willing to give nobody's money in hopes that they can make
There's
a
100,000 different outlets for
and
people
also,
to make and distribute
my point
movies.
was, yeah, sure, if everybody stayed separate, that's great. Of course, I wanted the X-Men and Fantastic Four over, but I was fine if they, stayed separate. But Fox was selling, and my point was, out of all the people that could buy, Disney's probably the best one.
Yeah.
They have the best track record. They're letting most of the Fox infrastructure stay in place, so not a lot of people are losing jobs. It's smart. You're still going to get the creativity of those people.
Absolutely.
It's just Disney gets the money for it. That's really if this was not a social media time and all of us just didn't read the paper or something, we probably wouldn't know this deal would happen, and most of us would never notice a change until the X-Men showed up in the MCU.
I also think that if Fox giving up the Marvel properties wasn't part of it, half the people wouldn't have anything to stand on.
No, they wouldn't even
everybody is just using that aspect of it as a platform to launch their hate toward this to, in my opinion, be contrarian.
Yeah.
Well, also, I think if Nintendo would have bought the rights to Fox and all that stuff and started making movies, Rob would be thumbs up.
That would have been kind of weird.
He would have been
at
very
least
happy
be
about it,
curious
though.
to see what happened in that situation.
Rob at least could talk to me about it. I can't, but he was kind of understood where I was coming from. Finally, at the end,
Yeah,
there are some
he's
people
got
that
some
won't talk
weird-ass
about
opinions.
it. There was but I
We all
at
do.
least was able to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
I'm saying he is not anywhere near in the bad part of the people. There are people who are like, fuck this, and
I
they
don't-
will not listen to anything.
I had a conversation with him just yesterday about him staunchly defending the use of CG in the Hobbit trilogy as well. He loves it.
I mean, I also enjoy the Hobbit trilogy.
But the CG part of it, he
No.
won't hear anything
Which
negative
was-
about it.
is-
I mean, there
The
is some good and some
overuse,
bad.
the fact that every single orc and everything else is CG.
Mm.
There are problems with those movies, and that's the biggest part to me. But it's just he refuses, if he likes
Especially
anything,
when you have
even in
Weta.
the slightest bit, he refuses to hear any negativity about it. It's very interesting.
Yeah, well,
You think Ruth Nega says negativity in a different way?
nega.
I said nega.
We have to clarify.
Negativity.
Oh man,
It's worse that we have to clarify.
well, that's the world we live in, Josh. Don't blame me.
Blame
Uh,
Ruth Nega.
Nega. MTV Studios has been launched.
Okay.
We
Sure.
were just talking about MTV a couple shows ago.
Aeon
Uh,
Flux.
They are set to develop mini reboots plus some brand new originals. They are doing this because they have realized how much money can come from streaming networks buying the rights to your stuff. That's how CW is thriving right now. It's
Is getting all
Riverdale,
their shows on
Dynasty,
Netflix immediately.
there are crazy contracts out there to be had. Dynasty didn't even do well on CW, but it has such a good Netflix contract that it got immediately renewed. Some of the shows they are bringing back for sure. They've already announced Aeon Flux, which we talked about.
Say what, karaoke?
No. Daria and Jody, which is a Daria reboot.
Okay.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh my God,
Not listed yet.
Undressed.
Real World. Real World's coming
I
back.
can see that completely.
And I'm going to watch the fuck out of it.
I'll definitely
I
check it
used to
out.
love it. I mean, it started reality TV.
Yeah,
It
dude.
absolutely did. I was never the biggest fan, but
I was. God, I loved Real World. I dropped off in later years because I started to grow up, and now I'm old enough where I can just loop back to not caring and watching Real World without shame. They have a lot of new shows in works. Almost all of them are reality shows. A lot of unscripted, but they're scripted shows. Remember, like The Hills?
Yeah.
I do remember the Hills.
A lot of stuff like that will
Who
be
did
coming.
we get? Did we get Jay Cutler's wife out of the Hills or something like that?
Yeah.
was her
Kristen
name?
something?
Cavallari.
Cavallari, yeah, that's
There it
it.
is.
I remember her from The League.
Yes, indeed.
She's super hot.
Yes, she is.
And there was her and some girl named Lauren something.
Oh God, yeah.
Anyways, more shows like that are coming to MTV, and then you'll see them on Netflix, Amazon,
I could see
somebody.
them buying the rights and rebooting the OC.
They're not going to reboot Roots on MTV.
Again,
I was going to say
the second time in
a
5 years.
second one.
Yeah, that's not going to happen on
Who
MTV.
did do that? And it didn't do
I think it
well.
was
At all.
BT, wasn't it?
Was it BT?
I think it was. I'm on
Is that racist if you're wrong?
Maybe.
Pressure's on, Chuck.
Is Black Gorilla racist?
Yes.
Well, it turns out I said something racist once by accident. I thought that was a real Marvel character.
Yeah, but like on the level, you're not like on Roseanne's level or anything.
Yeah.
I was close. It's the History Channel.
Oh yes.
So
BT
confirmed,
and the History
racist.
Basically the same thing.
Listen, Manape is not a lot better than Black
In
Gorilla.
February, it is.
Oh, man.
Get it?
My bad.
Don't stare at me like that.
Showtime has officially ordered the long-rumored Halo series to an actual series, a 10-episode order.
Right.
I'm excited for this.
The fact that it's getting a 10-episode order up front, I think, is
I'm very excited for this.
Done.
I think Showtime's going to pour money into
Oh, yeah.
this.
Man, what was that one series that they had that was really badass? It was like a bunch of 5-minute Halo. We all watched it together.
The thing on Netflix?
Was it Netflix?
Talking about Nightfall?
Was it Nightfall?
It sounds like Nightfall.
But
With-
like it was
Most
the
people
kids
did
in
not
the-
like Nightfall. Oh no, you're talking about Forward Unto Dawn.
Was that it? With the kids
was
in the
like
training
the
Was
web
Forward
facility?
Unto Dawn?
series. Yeah.
Was it Forward Unto Dawn? Damn
Forward
it.
Unto Dawn was the web series, and they were like training at the USNC.
Yeah, and like the
It was awesome.
The,
It was very good.
The elite was like in the
Like the end of,
shower
like,
room
episode 2
or
or
whatever,
3 or
like
whatever, yeah.
like totally
More
camouflaged.
of that would be amazing.
That would be the best. Man, that was cool.
What was Mike Coulter in?
He was in Nightfall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I also like that.
Most people did not like it.
it was okay. You got to find
we
out what the
watched that
hunters
together
came-
when
yeah, we did.
Wasn't
when
it the-
Halo was about to come
That
out.
was the like Showtime streaming only show, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I never actually
Netflix
watched
got
any
it
of
like
it.
immediately afterwards too.
But yeah, more like Forward Unto Dawn would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm all in on this.
I hope and if it does well enough, I hope that it spawns into like a movie. Like that franchise is big enough to make that leap without question.
Sure.
Showtime could help fund it, get it even like a limited like theater release. If it hits at all, we might have some
if
quality
nothing
video
else,
game movies.
the Halo movie got us District 9.
It really did. But then
I mean, that was supposed to be a Halo
everything
movie to
that
start with.
followed it though.
I can also see
I mean,
if
I'm
this
alright
goes
with it. Chocolate
well,
Copley's the best.
instead of people trying to figure out video games
Get the
for
bag.
movies, which clearly still isn't working, I can see people just starting to
TV
adapt
shows.
a shit ton of stuff to
I mean,
TV.
we ju-
Uncharted, the TV show.
That would be great.
It would
That
work
would
better,
be-
I think.
I think that
A
Tom
lot of
Holland
stuff
movie
would.
is going to get pushed through. It's the one that I believe in.
Maybe. We'll see. I mean,
I'm
something's
still not excited about that idea. I don't want young Drake. I want like actual Nathan Drake.
Man,
Something's
I
gonna
can't
hit at
believe
some
that
point.
they were really about to do the Mark Wahlberg, Joe Pesci, Uncharted.
I didn't remember
You guys
Joe
wanna do some
Pesci
lines?
as Sully.
He wasn't Sully. He was like the wacky uncle. It was, I think, De Niro was going to be the Sully character, and then Joe Pesci was.
I
like-
would have watched the absolute hell out of it.
I would have been way okay if Mark Wahlberg had
sounds
ended
so
up as,
stupid.
as
Like-
Nathan Drake. I would have been okay with it.
That would be my number one, and I'm calling it now. I would
What's
watch
the last thing that
shit
Joe
out of-
Pesci has done? 8 heads in a duffel bag.
Hopefully that.
I'm on it.
God, I want to see that.
Lethal Weapon 4.
Movie-wise, it's got to be close. It's been a while
It has been a while.
When did 8 heads in the duffel bag come out?
before Lethal Weapon 4.
Was it?
Yeah.
Joe Pesci
Joe Pesci. Tell me, we're putting the show
on
on
hiatus.
pause until we
Alright.
find out what Joe Pesci's been up to.
Yep. Lethal Weapon 4 was the last note. Oh my God, that was 1998.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's time.
He was in something called Love Ranch.
He's coming out of retirement for something.
It's called The Irishman,
is
and it's
the
the
Scorsese
movie
thing.
Yeah, it's
with
Scorsese.
De Niro, Pacino, Scorsese.
Isn't that where they're
It's on
de-aging
Netflix.
the two of them as well?
Yeah, that movie sounds awesome. I hope
does
it's
sound
good.
awesome. I don't love the de-aging stuff that they do.
I mean,
but
I have faith in him to make a good movie. He
I
has
will
very rarely
never,
failed me. So
never doubt a Scorsese movie before
True
it comes
story.
out.
97 was Joe Pesci's year. He had 8 heads in a duffel bag and Gone Fishing.
I love Gone Fishing. I really.
I love
fucking
8 heads
do.
in a duffel bag.
Oh man. All right. DC news. There's only one thing. DC Universe has been unveiled.
There we go.
I'm excited for this.
Did you sign up for the beta?
Yeah.
Did you?
I did. I got my email that it was like, you're on the list, and that was all it said.
I also signed up for the beta.
So did I. Trade in.
No, I did not.
Not a lot of brand news. Still didn't get a price point, which I was a little upset about. Because it's close enough. There is a beta you can sign up for. I'm not going to tell you that because do the work yourself, and the less of you that sign up, the better chance I have of getting in. The beta will launch in August. The full service is going to go live this fall, supposedly.
That won't happen.
It depends on how the beta goes, but there's a chance of that. We didn't get any more news for their live action shows really outside of like release dates, as Titans will be out this fall. There's also a rumor that Titans is like a hard R show, which would be
Yeah, I saw that. It's good. That's interesting.
really weird. But I mean, that hasn't been substantiated yet.
I don't know. Like I like half of what I've seen from that show.
Can't hardly waits.
I do like the way he looks as Robin.
His costume's pretty good. He has a bit of dirt face, but he does look pretty good as Robin.
He kind of looks like, what's his name from The Office? Ryan.
BJ Novak.
There he
It
is.
is BJ Novak. Thank you. I couldn't think of his name.
I could see that a little bit, like a younger BJ Novak, like season 1 of The Office.
Young BJ.
The young
Doesn't
BJ. That's not a good idea. That's a bad.
That sounds like
It's a bad show
a
title,
rapper
Chuck.
name that
Don't
flows.
use that one.
Also,
But yeah, all the other costumes that they showed, like on set, were
they look
awful.
very Inhumans-ish.
Yes, they do.
They almost looked worse.
Doom Patrol and Swamp
That's
Thing,
not plausible.
both live action shows are
I'm
confirmed
excited about both of those
for
shows.
2019. Animated shows are both for 2019. We have confirmed Harley Quinn, a full animated show, and Young Justice Outsiders.
I like the plot of the Harley Quinn stuff too. It's like right after she breaks up with the Joker, and it's like her and Ivy and like a ragtag, like a lesser known character.
It's also adult oriented.
yeah. I think that's cool. And what was the other animated?
Young Justice
That's
Outsiders.
right. The like next season of Young Justice.
There will be a lot of classic all the original Superman movies are available at launch. Confirmed animated movies available at launch are Justice League, Flashpoint Paradox, Green Lantern, First Flight, and that's all of the animated movies confirmed so far. There will be more than that.
Those are both top tier good, by the way.
I haven't seen Green Lantern.
It's good. It's real good.
Wonder Woman, the classic TV show, will be on there.
Yeah, Linda Carter.
And the first 2 seasons of Batman the Animated Series will be on there.
I heard eventually it's going to be all of them.
That was said. I don't know if it's confirmed.
There was also a rumor they were bringing it back.
I've heard that too. Like Kevin Conroy has dropped some hints that he's coming back with.
If they
a
can
bunch
get
of
that
his
exclusive
pals.
to that
Could you imagine?
series, like,
that would sell a shit ton
They
of
need
Solid
something like
subscriptions.
that.
God, I would be
Unless
so
like one of
excited
these
for it.
shows hits big, they need something
with
like
like the original animation and the original voices. Man,
I mean, it's one of the greatest animated shows of all time.
I would be
something that was
full on midnight.
something that was unexpected about it, and something that may get me to check it out. Is comics are included as part of this, as it's kind of a Marvel Unlimited deal, more limited, no pun intended, on than Marvel Unlimited. It's
DC Limited, Marvel Unlimited.
it's called a quote curated selection, so it's not going to be like with Marvel Unlimited. Everything that comes out new 6 months later, it's on there for
Right.
your subscription. It's not going to be like that. And then they have select older titles. This is a very select thing of older titles. I think there's going to be a lot on there, but
I could
not
see
quite
them
as
doing
much.
the whole like if there's a certain series that kind of like an arc that kind of ties into this particular show, or that ties
Probably.
into like the new movie coming.
It'd be
out.
smart to have like quick links, like when you're watching Amazon on your computer, and if you scroll, like pull your cursor onto the screen, like it has links to all the actors' IMDb page or
I
their other
love
works.
that,
It
by
has
the
random
way.
trivia, and you can link directly to it. I'd
Right.
love it too. That'd be smart through their app to do
I think
stuff like
the
that.
last Amazon show I watched was The Last Tycoon. It's been a while.
All right,
Man, rest in peace.
The show was so good.
It was so good.
That was a top 5 free-for-all show of the year.
It was.
It was.
Along with Billions.
Action Comics, 1938, and the first Detective Comics with Batman are both confirmed to.
Also, like the
That's neat.
initial run
like
of
the
Batman.
very first appearance.
I would
People
love
are-
to. I've never actually read them. I would love to.
People are going to be surprised that Batman murdered people in the first couple of years.
No, he only ever murdered people as Affleck.
Then here was something I want to get to for you. Members will have exclusive access to all new 6-inch Justice League animated action figures from DC Collectibles based on designs from fan favorite animated series starting in fall 2018.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw them. They look cool.
Members will also have access to a wide range of exclusives, curated and hard-to-find DC merchandise from a variety of licensing partners before everybody else.
That's cool. So like Horizon and stuff like
you
that.
get first shot at it.
That's cool.
There's
it
a
is
lot
cool.
of content for this.
They needed to. Now the price point has to
Got
come
it.
out.
Yeah.
The fact they didn't release it makes me think that they don't know yet.
I think it's going to be close to CBS All Access.
Man, if it's $20, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's too much. The limit is 15. You can't go over 15.
I think it's
No.
going to be like a 5 to 10. Well, not 5 to 10, like 7 to 10.
10 is the sweet spot. This has no more content than what WWE Network does.
Question is, do they? I mean, because it's not network based. Do they do commercial free on everything, or do they like try and sell ad versions
I
at
don't
the
know.
cheaper discount?
Like,
I'm
I'll
sure
split-
there's just one price. I don't think they do a no ads.
I agree.
version for this.
Yeah, and I think they might. Well, if they selling ad space, it'll be like on the UI.
CBS is what per month, Josh?
8.
CBS is 7 without and 10 with, or sorry, 10 without commercials, 7 with.
Confirm for your
Oh, that's
devices at launch.
It was
This
like
will be
$4
available
initially.
on iOS,
Maybe it's
Android,
5,
Roku,
I
Apple
forgot.
TV, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, web, and mobile web.
So pretty much everything.
Most everything, yeah. No mention of any game system. So,
As long as it supports Chromecast or casting in general, I'm fine with it. Which my computer can do anyway. So, I don't really care.
so yeah. I mean,
Computer
like I
from
said,
Canada.
Yes.
with all the porn
Canadians
on it.
know
We
about
still
that
don't see all the
Chromecast.
time. Move back.
But yeah, it. The only thing not mentioned that I would watch on would be like Xbox, PlayStation, something like
Yeah.
that.
Switch, you know. the usual.
Not so much. But
Getting to
overall,
take that on the go could be cool.
it would be cool. I'm just saying
That's why I have.
they're
a
never
phone.
going to do it.
No, I know.
I got phone. I got a phone.
That'd be a really big phone if you had a phone the size of the Switch.
$5.99 with commercials. 10
It's
without.
coming.
Marvel news. Marvel, in a fun way, revealed the Spider-Man sequel's title. Called it's going to be called Far From Home. There is a big joke going around that Tom Holland accidentally spoils stuff all the time in interviews, so they had him act like he was accidentally like opening a page
mean,
that had the title on it.
He did initially spoil a lot, but yeah, now they're just playing into
This was
it.
playing into the joke,
Which
That's
is
what I'm
fun.
saying. It was a fun way to do it. And it was so much so I thought they were trolling the fans at first, and that wasn't the title. Then they're like, "No, seriously, we were just having fun. That's the title."
But how could it possibly be a Spider-Man movie? He's dead.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Spoilers.
The movie's made a lot of money.
Lot of-
All of our viewers
I mean,
and
it's not
listeners
even
have
6
seen
months ago, Josh. Spoilers.
son of a bitch.
it. It was also Aliens, by the way.
Jared Leto dipping in both sides of the pool.
That's what he does.
Whoa.
Jared Leto has been cast as the lead
That
in the
checks out.
Sony Marvel Morbius. I guess they're
Okay.
making it.
I have not. I've
fucking hate
seen
Sony.
Morbius before, but
He's a vampire.
do you like him?
Yeah, he's cool. I mean, he on the list of Spider-Man villains.
Doesn't he kind of have like a bat face in a way?
10-ish, maybe.
He's
Yeah,
got
a
a
little
bat
bit.
face and suckers on his hands.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah.
Is
He's-
that what you're doing when you touch my face?
He's Morbiusing you.
Maybe. Sony's odd.
They're doing. They're
they got
doing
Jared
exactly what
Leto.
Sony needs to do, which is they are keeping the brand alive so that Marvel doesn't get the rights.
So
back.
they got to keep paying. Marvel
Yep.
got to keep paying them. I guess
They're gonna ride the coattails of Tom Holland.
Let's keep getting Trey happy. Sony also announcing they are developing a Silk movie.
Man, fuck this shit.
You like Silk?
Tell me about it.
Yeah, Silk is a really cool character.
She has an awesome costume.
Yeah, his costume is really cool.
I'm on it.
Kind of a terrible origin story, if I'm being honest. But
Oh, it's a super terrible, but she's cool now. Like I enjoy her as a
Yeah,
character.
it's
Kind of a
just-
smartass.
There was I did like the storyline when she first got out that because her and Peter were bitten by the same spider, that they had like a pheromone thing going where they basically like couldn't stop making out
Right.
when they would see each other, and that was a pretty fun little like twist I thought on it. But other than that, her story
She
is
makes her
kinda
own
terrible.
costume out of her web.
All right.
So she's Bayonetta.
Kinda,
Yeah,
but with
that's
webs.
actually
She
pretty...
kind of reminds me of Orphan from DC.
Yeah, that's a solid
Shit, I need
comparison.
to get those new DC hero comics.
Dude, Orphan is... She could beat Batman's ass.
Who's
if she
the
wanted
Spider-Man
to.
one?
Sideways.
Sideways.
Sideways. I think I'm gonna buy that tonight.
But yeah,
Sorry.
either way, Silk is cool,
So like,
and I
Sorry.
just hate that she's not going to be in the MCU.
and okay, so is it
This pretty
just
much
the
guarantees
MCU
it.
part, or is it that you have no faith in Sony?
Oh, it's a
It's a solid both.
Yeah.
Like,
I have more faith. Like, I'm actually cautiously optimistic about the Sony stuff, although I think it's fucking ridiculous. I still think they could be good movies.
And if Venom's good, then I'll probably change my tune. But they've just never really. Shown
I am
me
setting
much.
myself up for the most failure with Venom. I'm actually like really looking forward to Venom.
I still really like Amazing Spider-Man 1, and Amazing Spider-Man 2 has like 5 good minutes in it.
Amazing Spider-Man 1 is a good movie. I'm not saying they have it. I mean, Spider-Man 2 is a good movie.
No, it's not.
It
is.
I get that, like, you know, we know nothing about Venom, but the last thing Sony has given us Spider-Man is in conjunction with Marvel, but it was Homecoming. And it was more Marvel than it was Sony,
Yeah,
but it
that's-
was a joint
I
production.
think
Sony could have never made that movie.
I
mean,
think
besides
Venom,
the obvious stuff
Venom's
like
going to
Iron
be
Man being
telling, and I think even more telling is going to be Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, and I'm not...
And to me, even that though is different.
Man, I don't love
There's
that
a big
new
difference
trailer.
between Sony Animation.
Is there a brand new
Studios.
one?
The one that was like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I
Some
love
of
that
her-
trailer. It
some
hate
of her
was
stuff
way
looks
better.
Really
I hate
cool,
the
and
Peter
some of it
Parker
looks
comedy in it.
Terrible.
Guess what? Peter Parker not going to be a huge part of that.
I'm hopeful with that, but like the Comic-Con joke at the end and like everything Peter said in that whole trailer I hated, but like everything
That
else
felt
I
very
liked.
much like a comic book animated movie. That felt like DC jokes, and they all had that type of humor in it.
I mean, I hope I end up liking it, but yeah, I mean, the action I think looks super cool in that movie, but the comedy is
Yeah,
not
I'm
hitting.
pretty in on that movie.
I think the style is cool.
All right, that does it for the news. Huey Lewis one day, folks. Make sure to stick around for what we're watching.
Not if I have my way.